Hey, that's what I'm watching. I'm not watching what is Sunday. Today's Sunday, May 27th. The Indy 500's going on. Nobody cares about the Indy 500 anymore. I even got a bet. I had a bet, the proposition bet. Will Danica Patrick wreck in the Indy 500? And I put down yes. And I wake up, I think it was around lap 60 something. As soon as I get on the computer, headline: Danica Patrick crashes in her final professional race. Easy money. Easy money. That's what that was. But yeah, nobody watches the Indy 500 anymore. I don't care who wins. I even went to the Indy 500 the year Mario Andretti retired. Anyway, this is Take the Pizza. I'm Mike Stigs. And this is some drag racing going on. That's why I'd rather watch drag racing. You know, 'cause, well, I used to do drag racing. You know, I had my 68 Camaro. On the top left is my 98 SS Camaro. I had a Monte Carlo bottom left. I had a 95 Camaro Z28. You know, I did all this. I did road racing, drag racing, street racing, autocross racing. Indy 500. They killed that series years ago. You used to see, everybody knew what the pace car was. Nobody cares anymore. I even owned one of the pace cars. I had a 72 Indy pace car. It was an Oldsmobile with a 455. It's a Hearst Oldsmobile. Actually, the Hearst Olds. That was the pace car back in 72. See, I even owned an Indy 500 pace car. But yeah, nobody cares about the Indy 500 anymore. Here I am. I wake up and I'm watching this. There's my office. You see, I got pictures of my, when I was racing back then. And my calendar even got a car on it and everything. This is at the Super Chevy Show back when Englishtown actually had drag racing. They got rid of drag racing. And there's my 98 Camaro SS with my 95 Z28. There's doing some autocross racing. That's at the Speedway. That's a slice of pizza. And that's in a Hellcat. Happy Memorial Day. Vegas Golden Knights going to win the Stanley Cup. Anyway, let's do some news. Let's get the Take the Pizza going. Getting good feedback on this news stuff. Anyway, so let's do the news. I wrote down some crazy news stories because, you know, stupid people do stupid things, and I'm going to make fun of them on this podcast, vlog, whatever this thing is called anyway. So, good for the stupid. That's what I say. An Australian grandmother was sentenced to death by hanging for drug trafficking in the country of Malaysia. That's where that airplane, the Malaysia airplane, crashed or disappeared. Anyway, all drug traffickers in Malaysia are always sentenced to death. So if you're going to be dealing drugs in other countries, you should do your research. An airline pilot was sentenced to jail for 17 years after killing his wife with a saucepan. Saucepan? Why are they calling it a saucepan? Isn't it just a pan? Maybe that's the whole reason he beat her to death, is because she put something else in the saucepan. Maybe she put an egg in there or something. But saucepan, it's a pan. All I know is Pan Am must be back in business. And then a school bus driver in New Jersey, this is crazy right here. There's a school bus driver in New Jersey, you know, a bus full of kids driving down the highway, decides he missed his exit. He figured, hey, let's do a U-turn. So he does a U-turn on the highway, and the bus gets hit by a dump truck. The guy's 77 years old, and he's lost his license more than 14 times. What are you doing a U-turn on the highway? What do you think this is, a Corvette? You could just, I'll just wait for the traffic, hit the gas, and I'm up to, 0 to 60 in 3 seconds. This is a friggin' school bus. What are you, an idiot? doing a U-turn on the highway. Actually, I did a U-turn on the highway myself. I was in the white, that one, the white Z28. I was driving in Long Island. I don't know. We were at a nightclub. I think it was either, I don't know if we were at Zachary's or Spratz, and got on the highways like 2, 3 in the morning. I get on the highway, and all of a sudden, after like 20, 30 minutes, heading back to New York City. No, I don't see the Empire State Building. Driving on the highway 30 minutes, you should be seeing the buildings. Long Island, and it's not that far from New York City. So another 5, 10 minutes, I was like, must be going in the wrong direction. So I don't live in Long Island, so I'm on the highway. There's nobody coming. I was like, I'll do a U-turn right here. So I do a U-turn, and then 2 minutes later, I get pulled over. And the cop's like, what are you, fucking idiot, doing a U-turn on the highway? I was like, hey, I looked, there was nobody coming. And I was like, where were you hiding? He's like, I was on the other direction, and I saw you do a U-turn. And, the worst thing is, when the cop walks up to the car, his face is bleeding. And I was like, hey, I said, what happened to your face? I'll take care of that guy. And the cop's like, license and registration and all this stuff. And I'm like, I handed my license, registration, proof of insurance. And I'm like, where the fuck am I, England? And he's looking at he's like, you don't live in Long Island? I said, no, I don't live in Long Island. He goes, well, where are you going? I said, I was going to the beach. He's like, well, it's 3 in the morning. I said, yeah, I wanted to beat the traffic. He goes, it's the 3rd week of November. I said, yeah, I'm in the Polar Bear Club. So he's like, well, you can't be doing a U-turn on the highway. I'm going to have to give you a ticket. I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. It's like, my uncle is a cop here in Long Island. He goes, all right, what's his name? So I give him the name. He goes back to the police car, punches it up in the computer. And he comes back. He goes, your uncle's a cop, huh? I was like, yeah. He's like, no, he's not. He's a parking enforcer. I said, yeah, he busts people stealing parking spaces. He's like, that's not a cop. I was like, what do you mean that's not a cop? He's like, yeah, he's just, he just gives, he reads the meter and then he gives tickets. That's not a cop. I was like, you fucking kidding me? So I'm going to be at his house Thursday for Thanksgiving, and he's not a cop, and he's sitting there, everyone thinks he's a cop. So, I said, wait till I get there Thanksgiving. I'm going to make fun of his ass and all this other stuff. And so the cop's all laughing, and he let me go. He's like, just don't do any U-turns on the highway. I'm going to go back to drag racing now. Remember the Golden Knights. The Golden Knights. I'm going to get up over here. The Golden Knights, they're going to win the Stanley Cup. You want to know why? Because I got them at 200 to 1 to win the Cup. I got 2 tickets. I got 2 tickets. One I put in June last year. And then the other ticket I got in September before the season started. Everybody's on the news right now talking, they're all talking. That's the 95 Camaro. That's the one I did the U-turn. But anyway, everybody's all on the news now. They're all showing off how they got their tickets, and they're going to win thousands of dollars and stuff. They're contacting the news. You ain't going to see me on the news. I mean, I could promote, take the pizza, Stigs Sports, whatever. I ain't going to go on the news. They go, oh, you got your ticket. Did you really think they were going to win? And they're like, yeah, we really thought they were going to win. No, I put money down, and I was like, hey, 200 to 1. We'll throw down some money. What the hell? We'll see what happens. I thought they were going to get, 25, 30 wins. And here they are playing the Washington Capitals in the Stanley Cup. First game is tomorrow at 5 o'clock, and they are favored. They got home advantage, so if it goes to Game 7 is in Las Vegas. And if they win, I got thousands of dollars. Back to the drag racing.